Welcome, YouTubes, to another episode of Let's Learn VGC 2018. My name's Chase, aka Chase Talks, and we're hopping into our first game of the day, still using our Hurricane team. In this first match, we're facing off against a Tapu Lele, definitely not Mega Metagross, a Hydreigon, a Zapdos Landorus-T core, and a Cloyster. Cloyster's interesting. I think BAKAWA and Grundy is a safe lead. I think leading just going straight for our weather is really safe. Kind of worried about that Cloyster to bring Landorus. But I don't know what I could do actually. Instead of leading Grundy, I actually think I could lead BAKAWA to set the rain, and I could lead Cyan. Then I could have Grundy in the back with yeah, I think Pineapple. With Pineapple, because this is the lead that I thought he was going to go for. So now what I can do is this turn, I can, I think I'm going to go for a Tailwind, and then I want to taunt. Am I faster than them? 135, 161. 183, so I think I'm faster than Metagross even after Mega evolves. So I think I might actually, if I go for a parting shot, it might be a good turn, or do I just want to go for like a Z knockoff into the Metagross? But the Metagross could protect. I kind of want to go, I'll actually go for the parting shot into the Tapu Lele and go into my Grundy. And then I'll get Tailwind up. I think that's the best play. Now, if he doubles into my Grundy, of course, that's going to be a really bad play if he doubles into the Alolan Persian. But I don't think he's going to make that call. So he does decide to protect, so I did parting shot the right target. I'm going to go into Grundy here. He's going to actually Moonblast and BAKAWA, but we're going to live that. We do get the special attack drop, which is unfortunate. But we are going to live and get our Grundy in for free here. Now what I think is going to be my safest play to do is if I would Scald into the Metagross slot, and then I just Mega Evolved and went for an Earthquake. He does have two flying Pokemon and a Levitator that he could switch into this Earthquake. But I feel like actually I'm going to switch into Pineapple, I think, and then I'm going to Mega Evolve an Earthquake. Pineapple's going to take a oh, it said my opponent disconnected. So he's got like 15 seconds to reconnect. Otherwise, I'm just going to win the game based off of disconnecting. We'll go to 4 games instead of that. But I definitely think I made the right play there by predicting his protect. Yeah, I think my opponent might have just rage quit here. Yeah, my opponent did rage quit. So you end up winning the game off of him quitting because of parting shot, apparently. Or the Moonblast not killing. One of those things. But oh well, that brings us to 1-0 in the day. I'll go ahead and count it for us, but I am going to do a 4-game day instead because we're only a few minutes into the episode, right? Yeah, we're only 3 minutes in the episode. So I'll go ahead and leave this in. This would normally be something that I'd put in the bloopers, but since we're not going to do bloopers right now, I'm just going to leave it in and go for it. But yeah, I really like that lead. I like the lead with the Alolan Persian. Now that we actually got to bring Alolan Persian a game, I really enjoyed that lead. I definitely think I did the best that I could against this team. Alright, so I'm going to cut until we are in our second battle of the day. Hopping into our second battle of the day, we are facing off against kommo-o Z. An Incineroar to fake out, a Mega Kangaskhan to fake out, a Togekiss to flinch us, a Tapu Fini to Tapu Fini us, and a Mega Tyranitar to, definitely not Mega Tyranitar of course, and a definitely not Mega Kangaskhan as well, to set the sand and revert our weather. I'm super afraid of the kommo-o. I think leading BAKAWA and Grundy is going to be my best play because that allows me to just double in on turn 1. Even if he goes for Fake Out, I can still Hurricane and Ice Punch into the kommo-o to try and make sure it doesn't get the kommo-o Z up. And then I think that I got to bring Zapdos because of the Tapu Fini. And then I like Cloud Cat. I think Cloud Cat's my best answer to Incineroar and Mega Kangaskhan, and Intimidate pressure is good. So he does actually the fake out with that. That's exactly what I thought he was going to do. In order to get it up, I think that Hurricaning into the kommo-o, even though I'm going to be slower than the kommo-o, but Hurricaning into the kommo-o and Mega Evolving and Ice Punching into the kommo-o is my best play. So he actually decides to switch to Tyranitar and not set the sun, and he protects. Huh, so he decides to not go for Kommo-Onium Z. If he was running it, he decides not to go for it. That's really interesting. I think my best play here is to switch into Cloudcat to get the -1s. And then, I don't think he has anything that can KO Grundy. So I'm just going to Ice Punch again into the kommo-o slot. So he switches into Togekiss. Togekiss is still not going to appreciate this Ice Punch. I get the Intimidate off on Tyranitar too. He actually goes for a Rock Slide. So I think that Sand is going to put his Togekiss in a 2-hit KO range. I feel like I'm pretty safe to go for a Rock Slide here. Rock Slide and Protect I feel like is pretty safe. So Grundy doesn't take any extra damage. He might protect. I'm assuming he's going to protect with his Tyranitar unless it's a Scarf Tyranitar. But Grundy went before Tyranitar, didn't it? No, Grundy went after. No, Grundy went before Tyranitar, so it's definitely not Scarf Tyranitar. So I think Tyranitar is going to protect, or Tyranitar is going to switch out. Rock Slide's going to go off. That isn't enough to KO the Togekiss, unfortunately, and I do put it in its Wiki Barrier range. And it actually sets Tailwind, so that is super unfortunate. Here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to... I don't know what I'm going to do. I feel like going for Rock Slide and Ice Punch is my best play again. Into the kommo-o slot. So he uses Follow Me, and he Mega Evolves. Which is weird, because he was going to go first. I guess he just didn't want to die after, or not Mega Evolving, after he uses that. So I knew he was going to do the Kommo-Onium Z, I just didn't have a good way of stopping him from doing that. So his Togekiss is going to go down here. So you don't got to worry about that again. I'm going to get to see what his... Oh, he's going to switch back in the Kangaskhan, so he's probably going to fake out next turn. I think what I got to do... And I should have predicted the Follow Me. That was bad on my part. I don't know why I didn't think about the fact that Togekiss gets Follow Me. So I just wasn't thinking about that at all. I know he's going to fake out this turn, probably into Cloudcat just to take it out. I think that my best play here is to switch out Cloudcat into Zapdos, because Zapdos can take a hit, and then to protect to stall the Tailwind. Yeah, I think that's my best, because getting the Intimidate off is going to be good. Getting the Intimidate off again, I definitely want to save Grundy. So he does Mega Evolve. Who's he going to attack? He Sucker Punches, but we didn't attack. And he goes for the Clanging Scales, which crits me and puts me into my barrier range. And he gets the defense drops, of course, from using Clanging Scale. I'm going to Tailwind this turn, and I'm going to switch into Cloudcat to get the Intimidate off. So he actually double-edged, and it crit me. Dang. I actually think that if the first one didn't crit me, if the first Clanging Scales didn't crit me, because how much damage did the second one do? The second one did 59 HP, 59%. Might have lived 2 on that. I can't win now, unfortunately, because he's going to be able to change the weather. And he can just go for a Sucker Punch this turn. I think that my best turn here is to go for Tailwind and go for Protect. But he can change the weather and just attack into BAKAWA. And that Sucker Punch is sitting there. Yeah, that's the biggest problem is with the Sucker Punch. Oops, I Tailwind again. I'm going to go for Hurricane into the kommo-o slot. And I'm going to get... Unfortunately, I'm going to get Sucker Punched. Yep, but that Sucker Punch doesn't actually KO me. Ice Punch goes into the kommo-o. It is enough to KO the kommo-o. And we get that. So you end up getting the kill on kommo-o. We get a little bit of chip damage on Kangaskhan. I wish that would have done a little bit more damage. The only problem is 2 sucker punches is just going to KO me. So what I got to do is I think I got to try and like just Earthquake and Scald into the Kangaskhan. Yeah, 2 sucker punches are just going to kill me no matter what. Yep. The Earthquake goes off unless it's enough to kill both, which it is not. It's actually a weakness policy, Tyranitar, but the weakness policy didn't matter. Because unless I could kill them both in one hit, I wasn't going to win that game. So we end up 1-1 in the day. Which this is our like real first game of the day, because the other one I don't really think counts as the first game of the day. That was unfortunate though. The kommo-onium Z is just such a strong move. All the Omni boosts though are super strong. They're really hard to fight against, and yeah, I think I made like my best plays trying to play around it, but I think it would have been better if I would have double protected that turn. If I would have remembered that Togekiss had follow me. I think that's another thing. If I would have just let him get the Z move up, and I would have just because I had Cloudcat, well I had Cloudcat and Grundy, so I think I should have protected with Grundy, expecting him to do it, because he had Tailwind up, so I wasn't going to outspeed him with the Tailwind. So it would have been better for me to just protect with Grundy to not take the Cleaning Skills damage, because I knew it was going to outspeed me, and then just go for damage with Cloudcat, just go for damage there, or even at that point switching into Zapdos on that, so I could Tailwind the following turn. Would have been, I guess, a better play probably too. But I think Cloudcat was going to take that no matter what, and Cloudcat would probably take the Z move better than Zapdos. But I do have the Agua Berry, so even if I wouldn't have tanked it very well, I would have had the Agua Berry to save me. But yeah, I feel like the only way I could have played that turn better would have been if I would have gone for that. Also, him having Tyranitar for the sole purpose of just neutralizing other people's weather hurt me a lot too. Since my team is so based around that weather, since 3 out of my 6 Pokemon are based on the weather. I'm trying to think if there's any, if bringing Alolan Persian could have helped me out a lot, because I could have Z-Parting shotted into like a Grundy at some point, or Z-Parting shotted into Pelipper, and that would have helped neutralize the Omni boost. So not bringing Persian ended up hurting me, so I could have brought Persian. That would have helped me. I think that Persian would have actually been better probably this match than the Landorus-T, because I think Landorus-T probably did the least on my team. Zapdos didn't really do anything this match either, but Zapdos really didn't do anything because of that. So I feel like I would have just been safer or even on the first turn, if I would have led Persian and Alolan Persian and Pelipper like I did last game. It might have been better because I could have parting shot in that first turn into Grundy with my weather set up. But of course he could have switched into Tyranitar and gone it. But that's assuming that he makes probably his most optimum play in that case would have been to just go straight for Z cleaning skills and to switch into Tyranitar to set the weather. But yeah, so that's our second episode. We go 1-1 so far, or not episode. That's our second match of the episode. I combined match and episode. So I'm gonna cut till we're in our third and final match, or not final, third and almost final match of the day. Welcome to our third and not final match of the day. I haven't mentioned this video that it is New Year's. Happy New Year's. When this video is going live and being recorded is in fact New Year's Day. This match I'm facing off against a more weather. There's been so many weather in this with this team. I didn't face this many weather teams with my other one. With my other teams. Now I bring the rain, and every team I face in 2 videos has weather. Definitely Weather Wars Part 2 here. Well, you have a definitely not Mega Gross, a Gastrodon, which sucks for my team. I don't want to face Gastrodon. But I do have Ludicolo. That's, I guess, my one saving grace on that. I actually think that against this team, leading BAKAWA and Cyan is good, with Ludicolo and Grundy in the back, I think is probably my best play that I can make. Yeah, because what do I not have good coverage for then? I don't have the best coverage then for Tapu Bulu, but I got really good coverage for everything else on his team. And he leads Metagross and Gastrodon. So I'm just going to set Tailwind, and I'm going to just Parting Shot into the Metagross. And go into Grundy, or go into Ludicolo, I think. Because Ludicolo will immediately threaten out his, and he does have a Mega Metagross, so I get the -1 on that. And I'm just going to go, like I said, into Pineapple. Eat Speed Stat. So it's going to Iron Head into my BAKAWA, and he gets the flinch. That's unfortunate, and the Scald goes off. I'm going to go for a Tailwind again, and I'm just going to go for a Giga Drain right into the Gastrodon. So he actually switches into Ninetales to get rid of the Rain, and he does switch into Tapu Bulu to take the thing. Oh my gosh, to take the Giga Drain. I don't know, I lost it there. I feel like my best play here is to go back into Cyan, because, well, he could Moonblast that slot. So in that case, well, he can Freeze Dry that slot too. I don't know what he's going to do, so I'm going to go into Cyan here. And I'm going to go ahead and Ice Beam the Tapu Bulu. Yeah, Ice Beam the Tapu Bulu. I'm going to go back into Cyan and Ice Beam the Tapu Bulu. That does minimal damage. He actually Blizzards and Horn Leeches. Wow, and the Horn Leech just straight up takes me out. I did not expect that. Now I have nothing for, now I got absolutely nothing for, the, I have nothing for the Gastrodon. I'm going to taunt the Ninetales. It could be Scarf Ninetales, but if it isn't, I don't want it to set Aurora Veil. I'm going to go for a Hurricane into the Tapu Bulu slot. So he's going to go into Gastrodon, and he's going to Protect. So the Taunt gets protected there, and the Hurricane goes off. But it did have the Special Defense Berry for the Grassy Terrain. Oh, man. I'm going to go ahead and Taunt again into the Ninetales slot, and I'm going to Hurricane again into... I could have... Yeah, I think I'm just going to Hurricane into the Gastrodon again. Or I'm going to Hurricane into the Gastrodon again, yeah. Because it could have, like... Alolan Ninetales could have the, He actually has Icy Wind, so that means I do not think that he has Freeze Dry. Which is really good that if it doesn't have Freeze Dry, but that Ice Beam is going to do heaps. Heaps and heaps of damage. I'm going to go for a, Z Parting Shot, I think. Don't want to do that. I'm going to go for a Z Parting Shot into Ninetales. And switch into Grundy. Ooh. Icy Wind outspeeds me and just takes me out. And of course, the Gastrodon's going to go for their cover. I'm going to Tailwind again. And I'm going to Mega Evolve. And I'm going to go for the, I think Earthquake's probably my best move. He Icy Winds again. And that crits my BAKAWA. I don't think that would have taken me out. How much did the last one do? Icy Wind did 20% last time. And that crit did 24%. It wouldn't have taken me out and I would have got Tailwind up. That is terrible. That crit sucks. I had a chance in this game until that crit happened. I'm actually going to Earthquake and take out both his Pokemon because he Moonblasted me. That's funny. Alright, I'm going to Ice Punch into the Tapu Bulu slot. But Megagross is going to outspeed me. Yeah, Megagross is going to outspeed me. GG to my opponent. That brings us 1-2 in the day. That crit was huge. I would have gotten Tailwind up, and the Icy Wind wouldn't have mattered then at the end. And I would have had another, unless he doubled into my Pelipper there, I would have had another turn with Pelipper up. And the Earthquake, as we saw, just KO'd him. So that crit was huge. That crit's probably what lost me the game right there. because I would have had Tailwind up. I would have definitely outsped, and if my Ice Punch would have killed the Bulu, then I would have died to Iron Head, and then would have been a Metagross Pelipper 1v1. And if I would have scalded, like if I would have Ice Punched the Bulu and scalded the Metagross, and I would have got a burn on Metagross, that would have been my best chance to win. But it's a 30% chance to burn. I mean, I miss Focus Blast almost every time I use it, and it's only a 30% chance to miss. So I should get the burn, should have been guaranteed. But all right, so that was our third match. I did say we were gonna go to 4 today, so I'm gonna cut till we are in our fourth and final match of the day. All right, I'm into our fourth and final match of the day, and I'm facing off against a rain team that has Beartic as its sweeper. Interesting. Is the only thing I can say about that. I'm gonna leave BAKAWA. Ooh, do I want to do that? If he leads his rain, because last time I just led mine, because I think my rain has a better matchup again than his. I definitely want to lead Grundy. But do I want to lead... I don't think Cloudcat has a good match this game. I could lead Strike twice, or I could lead... I actually like Cyan, because then I can Parting Shot. I'm going to put Zapdos in the back, I think. Yeah, I'm going to put Zapdos in the back, because I like Zapdos against this team. And then I think I'm going to have BAKAWA be my last pick, because I really don't like... Landorus in this matchup. And I think just in case he doesn't bring the rain, my ability to set rain is more important for my team, just because I don't want my Swampert, my Mega Swampert to get crapped on, because it doesn't have the speed to keep up with his team. So he does actually lead Ludicolo and Manectric. So he was actually expecting me to set the rain there, which I didn't. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to Mega Evolve, and I'm going to go for an Earthquake. And I'm going to Parting Shot into the Manectric. And bring in my Pelipper. Now if he has... Oh, do I outspeed it? So he actually sets the rain. And he's going to Fake Out. That's interesting. I'm going to get the Parting Shot off, which is going to let me switch right into my Zapdos. I think the best play I can do here is switch back into my Cyan, so I don't take a Giga Drain, and then go for a Thunderbolt into his Ludicolo. The reason I did that was, I didn't want to take that energy ball right there. So Thunderbolt's going to go off, and I do get the Paralysis, and he actually sets the Tailwind. So the Paralysis is big. If I would have Thunderbolt into the Pelipper would have just died. He was willing to sack his Pelipper there for me to get that Tailwind off. What I'm going to do here is I should be faster than the paralyzed Ludicolo under Tailwind. I should be faster than that. But do I want to knock off into his Ludicolo slot? Yeah, I think I'm going to knock off into his Ludicolo slot. And I'm going to Thunderbolt into his Pelipper slot. He actually goes into Manectric. And I'm not faster! Oh, man. How was Ludicolo faster than me, paralyzed in Tailwind? That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm gonna have to go for a I'm gonna have to Ice Punch into the Ludicolo slot and Thunderbolt into the Ludicolo slot, or set my own Tailwind. You know what? I'm gonna Protect, and I'm gonna set my own Tailwind. That +1 Manectric's gonna wreck me. I should have set my own Tailwind last turn. Thunderbolting into the Manectric was such a bad play, because I should have guessed that. I should have guessed that he was going to switch out from Pelipper into Manectric. I'm just been playing so bad today. I'm going 1-3, and I only have myself to blame for it, because this is just bad. Yeah, that's got to be a max speed Ludicolo. I don't know how he... That's the only way I could see that he outspeeds me still under Tailwind while paralyzed. But I think my best option is to Protect and go for Tailwind. So Intimidate goes off, which sucks. And Thunderbolt's going to go off. I do live it. Energy Ball goes into me, so I'm going to get my Tailwind up. So I'm going to match that. I am now faster than the Ludicolo. And I should be faster than the Manectric too. I am. So I can Earthquake this turn. And I can Thunderbolt the Ludicolo. So Earthquake goes off. That does KO the Manectric. Energy Ball goes off. That's going to take out my Grundy. Ooh. But Thunderbolt's going to go into his Ludicolo, and Thunderbolt is going to take out his Ludicolo. So this is going to depend a lot on what his last Pokemon is. I have Pelipper. His last Pokemon are Beartic and Pelipper. Oh, man. I have Tailwind up. He doesn't. I'm going to go for a Hurricane into the Beartic slot, and I'm going to go for a Thunderbolt into the Pelipper slot. Because I have Tailwind up. Beartic should still outspeed me, which sucks. It doesn't, and it's Focus Sashed Pelipper. Oh, man, and the Stone Edge lands. Wow. Hurricane goes off. It crits, but it's still not enough. Oh, no. And I got confused? Wow, I can't believe that Pelipper was Focus Sashed. I don't have a spread move. But I would have to not... The only way I think I can win this is if, yeah, the only way I can miss is here if... The only way I can win this here is if Beartic misses. And he goes for an Icicle Crash, and he does get the hit. So he gets both his 80% hits, and he ends up dying to Life Orb. GG to my opponent. We're going to go 1-3 today. Man, I played so bad today, which is really unfortunate. I have no one else to blame for my loss, but I just played awful. I can't believe we're playing against so many weather teams. It's crazy. Literally every team I faced is weather in the last 2 videos, except for one. There's been one team. So we played 7 games, and 6 of them have been against weather teams. That's crazy. Against teams with a weather option. I can't believe it. I know that I'm also kind of getting like bored of playing against Tyranitar. I might be switching up and not playing as much VGC anymore. Like not like giving up on VGC, but I might be like switching formats more and like playing like some like OU or something like that, because like every team I face has the same Pokemon on it. And doing this every single day is kind of like it's fun to use the different Pokemon. But doing it every single day against different people using the same Pokemon is starting to get kind of like repetitive. So yeah, so there might be like some like Let's Learn VGC isn't gonna go away for sure. It's not gonna go away, but it might become a less everyday thing. So I might be mixing in other games in the 6 p.m. slot rather than having the 6 p.m. always be VGC Pokemon. And I'm not doing that, and like I'm not like salty saying this right now, but it's like how many times like you can go through and you can count how many games I faced Mega Metagross, how many games I faced Landorus-T, how many games I faced Tyranitar, how many games I faced Ludicolo, how many games I faced Aegislash. Like you can go and count them all, and it's just so repetitive to see the same Pokemon over and over and over again. And I'm really enjoying using all these different Pokemon and trying out all these different Pokemon, all these different teams in the meta. But it's just my opponents have such little variety. I wish more people would experiment like I do when I play. Yeah, I feel like that's the biggest downside to this is has been to this doing this series is because this is episode 21, so I've done 21 episodes, and that's doing an episode every single day. So I've been doing it every episode every single day for 21 days. We almost have a month of straight Let's Learn VGC episodes, and it's just for 21 days playing 3 games a day. So that's, how many is that? That's 63 games I've played, a minimum of 63 games because I have 4 episode games like this one. So I have 4 episode series like this one, and then I have the bloopers video where I played some matches that I didn't post, where I showed some matches that I didn't post in it. And I probably have with the other teams, I probably have like 2 matches that I cut out here or there just because I got unreasonably salty. So when you mix all that stuff in together, it's just so many games. I probably played 70 games in the last 2 weeks, and it's just a lot of repetition. So I'm not sure about this yet. You could just see 20 more episodes in a row of Let's Learn VGC like it's nothing. But I did just want to say, kind of put that out there. So I know that after Dynasty Warriors is done, I'm gonna for sure. And here, I guess this is kind of an update portion at the end of this episode. But I know after Dynasty Warriors 8, I'm gonna for sure play Star Wars Battlefront 2 for the Xbox, the original one. Um, and play the Galactic Conquest mode, which is very similar to the Empire mode, but it's in Star Wars. And it's really cool. I really like that a lot. So I know for sure I'm gonna play that. I was also thinking about playing through some like Dark Souls or Bloodborne. So you might see some, which I'm so bad at those games. I'm so bad at Dark Souls. I'm really bad at Bloodborne. So you might see me struggle my way through, and that might be part of the 6 o'clock slot. And feel free to request any games. Let me know in the comment section down below any game that you would like me to play, because I'm open to adding other games into this mix, because I don't think that I'm going to be able to do VGC every single day for a really long time, just because it's like it's a lot of episodes against a lot of the exact same teams. And I see, like, from watching people do, and I don't know how many, and from watching other people that do VGC daily VGC content, from seeing them, I see the teams that they play do a lot more variety. So I don't know if it's just because the VGC ladder on Showdown doesn't have much variety on it, and the Battle Spot has a lot more variety on it, or if the meta is just kind of starting to shift in certain directions. Like, these are the Pokemon you're going to see every game, whether you want it or not. Like, this game was cool because I faced a Beartic. But other than facing a Beartic, like, and I kind of lost to the Beartic at the end, so I enjoyed that. And I would like to have that be like my every game, is to face like a team that has like a Beartic on it, a team that has like some else on use. Like, don't get me wrong, the team I'm using right now is pretty standard, but just like mix in some elements, throw in the Alolan Persian, throw in other things. Like in my 2 breakdown videos, I I gave tons of mons that were viable options for other options for more standard mons. So it's like I wish more people team built like that, because they'd be a lot more fun. And rant over. I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. But thanks for watching, guys. And I'm not saying it all. Takeaway from that is Let's Learn VGC 2018 as a series is not going away, but it may be less than every day. I'm still going to bring you 2 videos every day, daily content, 2 videos, 2 p.m. CS Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll still get that. It just might not be a VGC, 3 VGC battles every single day. It might be just every other day. Things like that, but you will still get 2 videos every single day. I'm not going back on that. I just don't know if you're going to get a VGC episode every day. So thanks for watching. Remember, rate the video, comment the video, and subscribe so you never miss another episode of Chase Talks. Until next time, this is Chase, signing off.